Hello everyone. In continuation of the problems on risk and return analysis. So, today I am going to solve the question paper problems on risk and return, which includes the portfolio risk and return. First I will read out the question from the question paper, that is June-July 2015 question paper. It is 12 MBA FM 322. Now I just read the question paper. The question number is 4C. June-July 2015 question paper. The question number is 4C. The expected return of two stocks, that is X and Y, are 15% per annum and 18% per annum respectively. Their risk measured as standard deviation are 4% and 5% respectively. Correlation coefficient between X and Y is plus 0.60. They have given the value of standard deviation of 4% and 5% for stock X and Y, and also they have given the return of 15% and 18% for stock X and Y respectively, and the R value is plus 0.60. The question is, you have to determine, the first question, determine the return of equally weighted proportion, that is RP we are supposed to find out. So, equal proportionate value 50:50 to be considered. Second question, calculate the equal weighted portfolio risk. We have to calculate the equally weighted portfolio risk, that is standard deviation P. The third question, determine the correlation coefficient necessary to reduce the level of portfolio risk by 50%. So, we have to reduce the level of standard deviation from 100% to 50%. Based on that, we have to find out the standard deviation P. Okay, this is the problem they have given. So, first let us take the given values, whatever they have given the values we have to consider. So, the given values here, given values. So, they have given the value of X bar, directly they have given, that is the mean return they have given for X securities and the Y security. So, here the stock X and Y they have given, okay. Then X bar they have mentioned and Y bar they have mentioned. So, how much X bar they have given in the problem, that is 15% and Y bar 18% they have mentioned in the problem itself. Then standard deviation X also they have given, X security standard deviation and Y security standard deviation also they have mentioned. So, Y standard deviation and the X standard deviation they have given. So, how much standard deviation of X, it is 4% and standard deviation of Y, it is 5%. Okay, this is the value they have given, and also they have given the Rx value, that is correlation coefficient of X and Y, it is 0.60 they have mentioned. Okay, and in the question they have stated the proportionate value. So, while they are investing the money, so equally they consider, that is 50:50 they consider. So, while we consider the weight, we have to find out how much proportionate they have fixed. So, here the weight X is 0.50 50% and weight Y also 0.50. So, out of 1 0.54 X and 0.54 Y. This is how they have given. Okay. Next, so based on this, they have asked you to calculate the return on portfolio, then risk on portfolio. So, first let us find out the return on portfolio, that is ROP, return on portfolio for both X and Y together we have to find out. So, what is the formula to find out the return on portfolio? ROP or RP is equal to, that is sigma X into X bar plus weight X into X bar plus weight Y into Y bar. This is the formula we apply, that is weight x into x bar and weight y into y bar. This is the formula we apply for calculating return on portfolio. So, the weight of x it is 0.50, then weight of y it is 0.50 and x bar value that is 15% plus weight of y 0.50 into y bar it is how much 18. Okay, this is the value we have to consider for the calculation of return on portfolio. So, how much you will get? So, you will get 7.5 and you will get 9. Okay. So, put together it is 16.5%. 16.5%. This is called as return on portfolio by combining X as well as Y securities. So, after calculating return on portfolio based on the availability of the data. So, next we are going to calculate the standard deviation of the security, that is portfolio standard deviation we are going to find out. Okay, so, what is the formula to find out the standard deviation P? That is root sigma weight x square into standard deviation x square plus weight y square into standard deviation y square plus 2 into r into weight x into weight y into standard deviation x into standard deviation y. This is the formula we apply for calculating standard deviation P. So, based on the availability and calculated values we can go for finding the standard deviation P. Weight x square that is 0.50 square. Standard deviation x how much? Standard deviation x is 4 whole square plus y 0.50 square. Standard deviation y it is 5. We have considered 4 as well as 5 for x and the y. 5 square plus 2 into r how much? 0.60. They only given 0.60 into weight of x 0.50, weight of y also 0.50, standard deviation of x it is 4 and standard deviation of y it is 5. Root of this will be considered. Okay, calculate how much you will get. Root value you have to find out. So, 0.50 root value is 0.25 plus 4 square is 16, 4 square is 16 plus 0.25 same, 5 square is how much? 25 plus 2 into 0.60 into 0.50 into 0.50 into 4 into 5. Okay. So, how much you will get? You will get 6. You will get 6. Fine. Combination of this and this one. Root of this will be consider for the calculation of standard deviation P. So, first 0.25 into 16 you will get 4 plus 0.25 into 0.25 you will get 6.25 0.25 into 25, you will get 6.25 plus 6 root of this one. Okay. So, put together total 6 plus 6, 12, 12.5 plus 4, it is 16.25. So, root of this 16.25, root of this is 4.031, 4.031. This is the calculation of standard deviation. Okay. So, we calculate return on portfolio, then risk on portfolio. Okay. And the next question is, determine the correlation coefficient necessary to reduce the level of portfolio risk by 50%. We have to determine the correlation coefficient necessary to reduce the level of portfolio risk by 50%. So, we have to consider 50% of the R value, 50% of the R value, and on this basis we are going to calculate the value of R. Okay. So, we do consider like 4.03, standard deviation of 4.3031, how much we got it, out of which 50% will be considered for calculating R value. So, if the standard deviation P is 50% of 4.031, then what could be the value of R? Third question represent like that. So, we have to find out the value of R if the standard deviation P is 50% of the calculated value, 50% of the calculated value. So, the third question is, this is second, this is first one. Okay. So, we have to reduce the level of portfolio risk, reduce the level of portfolio risk by 50%, 50% we have to reduce, fine. So, if you reduce 4.031 into 50% of this one, if you do 50% of this one into 50%, so you will get 2.015, 2.015, okay, 2.015 we will get it. So, 4.031 into minus 2.015 is equal to 2.015. This is the standard deviation P to calculate the value of R. We have to consider 2.015. So, then let us calculate the value of R if the standard deviation P is 2.015. Okay. So, let us calculate. Apply the formula, same formula, third question answer, that is standard deviation P is equal to, standard deviation P is equal to weight x square into standard deviation x square plus weight y square into standard deviation y square plus 2 into r into weight x into weight y into standard deviation x into standard deviation y. We have to apply. Okay. This formula we have to apply. Then take the values of those. So, weight of x as usual 0.50, square into weight of standard deviation of x, how much it is 4 square plus 0.50 square into weight y, that is 5 square plus 2 into r value we do not know, we are supposed to find out 0.50 weight x into 0.50 weight y into standard deviation x 4, standard deviation y it is 5. We have to apply the same formula, but here r value they only given, that is 0.60. Here we have to find out the value of r by taking into consideration of standard deviation. Standard deviation how much? That is 2.015. Okay, so write down 2.015 standard deviation, that is equal to value of this one 0.50 square, it is 0.25 into 4 square, that is 16 plus 0.50 square value, that is 0.25 into 5 square, that is 25, 2 into like you take 2 into 0.50 into 0.50 into 4 into 5. So, you will get 10. If you take from here to here, you will get 10. This is 10 R. 10 R it is. Fine. So, now go for the calculation. So, continuation of this one, root will be square if you consider it has LHS and RHS, that is 2.015 square is equal to 0.25 into 16. 0.25 into 16, how much you will get? You will get 4, okay, plus 0.25 into 25. 0.25 into 25, how much you will get? You will get 6.25. Already you have calculated in the previous answer, question and answer. 6.25 plus 10 R. Okay. Then you consider it as a like cross multiplication. Take it for the cross multiplication. Okay. So, 2.015 square, if you do it, if you do 2.015 square, you will get 4 how much you will get? You will get 4.0602. 4.0602. If you do 2.015 square, you will get 4.0602. That is equal to combination of this one, you will get 10.25 plus 10 R. Okay. So, then we will take this side, right side, 4.0602 minus 10.25, mathematical calculation if you do, that is equal to 10 R. Okay. So, then minus of this one, you will get minus, you will get minus 6 you will get minus 6.1898. Okay, that is equal to 10 R. So, R is equal to minus 6.1898 divided by 10, you will get minus 0.618. Okay, this is the value of R. This is the value of R if the standard deviation is 2.015. Okay. So, if the weight value is 0.50 and 50 at the R value of 0.60, okay, the standard deviation could be 4.031. Second question and answer. If the standard deviation P is half of this one, that is 2.015, what is the value of R? How much you will get? You will get minus 0.618. This is how we are going to solve the problem on return on portfolio and risk on portfolio. Okay. So, first question answer, second question answer, and the third question answer. Continuation of this one we have done. Okay. Next, moving on to the another question, that is from the question paper. December 2011 question paper, December 2011 question paper. It is 10 MBA FM 322 question paper code. The subject code or question paper code is 10 MBA FM 322. The question number is 5B. Question number is 5B. I just read out the question. Mr. Mahesh owns a portfolio of 2 securities with the following expected returns, standard deviations and weight, with the following expected returns, standard deviations and the weights. They have given the table, they have given 4 columns, securities, expected return, standard deviation and weight. Security X and Y, it is 12% and 15%, standard deviation is 15% and 20%, weight is 0.40 and 0.60. What are the maximum and minimum portfolio standard deviation for varying levels of correlation between 2 securities? The question is, what are the maximum and minimum portfolio standard deviations for varying levels of correlation between 2 securities? Okay. So, here they have given 2 securities, securities are X and Y. Okay. They have mentioned the value of weight, the value of weights also they have mentioned, that is 0.40 and 0.60, and X bar they have mentioned, that is mean value of X return is 12 and mean value of Y return is 15, and standard deviation of X security is 15 and standard deviation Y security is 20, the given value like this. Based on this, we supposed to find out the return on portfolio and risk on portfolio when the correlation level vary from minimum level to maximum level, minimum level to maximum level. So, minimum level means -1 and the maximum is 1. So, -1 and +1, we consider both and we find out the standard deviation of portfolio. Okay, this is how we have to solve the problem. So, moving on to the second problem. Okay, given values, first we have to consider. So, given values, they have given weight of x, that is 0.40, weight of y is, that is x securities and the y security, weight of y is 0.60, and they have mentioned security x return, that is how much, 12%, and security y, that is y bar, is 15. Okay, and also they have given standard deviation of x security is 15 and standard deviation of y security is 20. Okay, fine. And the R value varying level maximum how much it is, +1, and minimum is -1. We have to consider these two. By taking these two, we have to find out the standard deviation of portfolio and return of portfolio. Okay. So, this correlation will applicable to calculation of standard deviation portfolio. So, first let us calculate RP or ROP, that is return on portfolio. Apply the formula, return on portfolio is equal to weight of x into x bar plus weight of y into y bar. Apply this formula. Okay, so weight of x 0.40, x bar is 12 and weight of y is 0.60 into y bar is 15. Y bar is 15. Okay, fine. Calculate the weight of x into x bar. So, we will get 4.8 you will get 4.8, then 0.60 into 15 you will get 9, fine. So, put together it is 13.8 you will get 13.8%, 0.40 into 12, 0.60 into 15, it is 4.8 plus 9, you will get 13.8% as return on portfolio. Okay. So, then moving on to the second question and answer, that is calculation of standard deviation P. We have to calculate the standard deviation. We have to calculate the standard deviation of P. Standard deviation of P is equal to, apply the formula, there are two securities here. So, weight x square into standard deviation x square plus weight y square into standard deviation y square plus 2 into R into weight x into weight y into standard deviation x into standard deviation y. Fine. So, take the values of those. Weight of x is how much? 0.40 square. Standard deviation of x is 12 square. Weight of y, it is 0.60 whole square into standard deviation y is 20 square into 2 into r is 1. Okay. You take 1 into weight x is 0.40 into weight y 0.60 into standard deviation of x is 12, standard deviation of y is 20. Okay, this is how they have given and we have to calculate So you consider here value of 1, you consider for both plus and minus, plus as well as minus. For both the mark you have to consider the correlation, because they only given in the problem varying level of correlation from maximum 1 to minimum 1. So first you do it for standard deviation P of maxima, okay, standard deviation P of maxima, calculate, that is 40 square, 0.40 square value you calculate. So I will get 0.16 into 12 square, you will get 140, 0.12 square means it is standard deviation x is 15, so you have written 12, it should be 15. It should be 15, make it correct. Make it correct, 15 it is. So 15 square we have to take it. It is 225, okay, plus 0.60 square, you will get 0.36 into 20 square, it is 400, okay, plus 2 into 1 into 0.40 into 0.60 into 15 into 20. You will get, how much you will get? You will get 144, okay, you are going to get 144. You will get 144, you will get 144. So then 0.166 into 225, you will be getting 0.16 into 225, you will get 36 plus 0.36 into 400, you will get 144 and plus 144. Okay. So, root value of this one, so standard deviation P maxi, how much you will get? 36 plus 144 plus 144, that is 324 root of this you consider, calculate, you will get 18. So, if it is maxima, it is 18. If it is maxima, that is plus 1 if you take, it will be 18 standard deviation P. If you consider for minimum, what will be the value? So, same here we have considered plus 1, you take minus 1, if you take minus 1, the same value will be generated until here, instead of plus it will come minus. So, 36 plus 144 minus 144, okay, you will take it. So, 36 plus 144 minus 144. So, root 36 standard deviation mini. So, root value for that is 6. This is standard deviation P mini. This is how we have to solve it. So, if you take it plus 1 as a R, you will get 18 percent of standard deviation P, okay, risk factor is 18, and if it is minus varying level, you will get 6. This is how we have to calculate. Fine. Thank you.